Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel. I think you can all agree that that intro was fitting of a tuba. I thought I was going to die. I really was. And then emotion just exploded in front of me. Thank you very much, team. Sometimes you have awful teams, sometimes you have teams that just work. And this one just worked. I have another team in today's video on the Grille that doesn't work. And we're going to take a look at the Grille again because this has been buffed. This tank has got a little bit of a DPM buff. Not much. I think it's about 200. Reload just a tad shorter, but nothing that makes it truly OP or make it just like a freaking machine gun. It's been buffed, and let's be honest, this was needed. Because if you're going to take a look at any of the statistics sites, be it Blitz stars, be it Blitz analysis, I'll leave a link in the description below towards the update 7.0 tier 10 tanks. Then you can see that this tank, the Grille, is in the bottom of the worst performing tier 10 tanks. And I tried to blind shot there, was hoping the projector would move backwards, alas he did not. There, capturing C, hello AMX, kaboom, there we go, thank you very much. This is not skirmish mode, buddy, you can get shot here and you will lose your win rate. So I'm going to drop adrenaline, and yeah, I would have been able to make this shot probably because he didn't run behind the corner. But I was able to get a shot in onto that tank just before my teammates finished him off, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. 1000 damage dealt, adrenaline is still running. Let's turn around and try to shoot the next target, trying to help our, what's it, WZ121. I'm going to show you as well what I use in the equipment. I noticed that on the KV4 video because, yes, I do read all the comments. I can't answer them all, sadly. I wish I could, but I do read them all, and there was somebody asking me, one of the subscribers, who said, well, could you please tell us what equipment loader you're using, because that might be useful. I'm going to show you that later on, and you can also see, and you've probably seen that already from the icons in the bottom below, I am using a camouflage net on this tank. But more about that later or after this little video. The DPM buff, or at least a buff, on the Grille was needed, because it's one of the worst performing tanks in the game. If you're going to take a look at the bottom 20 tanks by relative win rate, and that means the win rate in this tank compared to all the other tanks in tier 10, the Grille sits at spot number 5. The Batchet is the lowest of them all, surprisingly maybe. Then we have the Desktop, the Leopard 1, the Sheridan, and the Grille. Lowest average win rate, the Grille in spot 3. Just behind the FP215, B183 and the WZ113 1GFT. Those are even lower in terms of average win rate, while I strategically tried to withdraw and miss this shot on the T-54-1, on T-54. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Tankers of Blitz Universe, I know that Object 268 is coming behind me, so I'm running around, yes, swinging the gun around, shooting him. He misses me, fortunately, that's good. And the DPM buff is very much noticeable here, because we are both running adrenaline. And I can just about out DPM this guy and not get derped in the face with a big HE shell. But a bit unfortunate that the T-54 then kills my driver, so it's going to be all she wrote, because his heat shell bounces on the little part of the turret that was impenetrable to me. As said, the Grille is one of the worst performing tanks in the tier. Average win rate, lowest of them. Bottom in terms of average damage. Of course the mediums are below that one, but this one is the third worst performing tier 10 tank destroyer. The Badger and the Death Star are even lower on that list. So you can do stuff like this, 4.3k damage, easy in a way, first class as you can see. But it's not a big damage dealer, so it is worth getting that buff. And I'm now running calibrated shells. I used to have this, the gun rammer, when it didn't have that buff, but with the buff I think you would need to have your shells hit and penetrate. And this is basically the rest that I have fitted. Improved modules, a camouflage net, enhanced gun loading drive. Obviously I have added assembly, or improved assembly for more hit points because you don't have any armor anyway. This one, a bit torn between the two, but I'd like to go for the improved control, so we're gonna fit that one. Then have the refined gun, toolbox, and the high-end consumable. So that's the loadout, and in terms of ammunition, you can see this is fairly straightforward, 7 and 7 in terms of heat and HE, and the rest is just AP and the consumables and provisions that yeah, pretty much speaks for itself. I think you will want to maximize the possibilities of hitting and penetrating with this tank, because you've had a little bit of a DPM buff. And let's face it, if you play tier 10 or even tier 9, you see a Grille, what's the third thing you're gonna do? Yes, of course, press number 3, load HE and whack this guy. You might hit the gun, which is pretty freaking annoying. Especially if you're trying to shoot hash with it. If there's I bounce shots with my Grille, just wiggling my big long schlong gun around and then catching that thick shell. But 9 out of 10 times you will just hit the tank, do a lot of damage to it, and imagine you're in a standard B. I mean, you don't have any armor either in the standard B. But you've got a 3-shot auto reload and you've got 105 mils of hash pen or HE pen, and that's really gonna hurt to put a hurting on a Grille. So you will want to maximize the possibilities of shooting, and I'm not really happy with what my team is doing here. And oh no, RNG! Just as that guy moved forward, I fired and I didn't hit him on the turret flush. That's really annoying. Because now they know I'm here. I don't have the gun depression to shoot that guy. He has shot once into the ground 2 times. That's really good. We're gonna load AP. Here we go. Get shot once. He's burning. AP. Thank you. Boom. And then we get whacked by a T92E1. These are the tanks that you want to be really aware of. Badger 25T AP, Standard B, T57 Heavy, AMX 50B, all the big guns and the autoloaders. And well, I could obviously say that you have to worry about all the tanks because you're a Grille and you don't have any armor, but especially those tanks with an autoloader or an auto reloader, they can punish you really badly. Now what I want to do here is try to get a beating on that IS-4. I can't really go into him, can't really shoot him. The Grille takes out the Conqueror, which means that I can't really push over this ridge because I know where he is. You've seen the Conqueror, he's to my left and he exploded. The Grille's not to my right because he would have been spotted otherwise. Oh, there he is, hello! What you gonna do when you see a Grille? You load HE and you hit him on the tracks. This gun is good. When it hits hard. But sometimes it can be a bit derpy. It can be a bit temperamental. You will have those shots where you aim and then you will do amazing snapshots like this, and the next time you will just aim and dispersion and RNG says nope, 9, not going to hit that one. It will just vanish into mid-air. Yeah, well, you can see my team is melting. We're going to put a shot into this guy. Here we go, blind shot. Ooh, that one hit. No shell burst, that one hit. He didn't explode, that's annoying, but we hit him. And there's nothing I can do now here. I just have to hope that AMX Foch knocks some hit points off the motion, or maybe even kill the Object 268. Not going to happen, I think. Alright, oh, that's the Grille. He's on the cap. He's on the cap. Oh, he's off the cap. That means he's probably coming towards me. Let's sit over here. Load HE. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hello, there you are. HE. And boom. He's gone. And so am I. Nothing I could do here. Maybe I should have pushed across the bridge. Maybe I should have stayed behind the house. I don't know, but 4k damage. Well on top in terms of damage, as you can see. And well, the Batchat, who was crying for help a lot, he got just one shot off, as you can see. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. Please leave your thoughts below on the Grille, on the buffs, or any type of tank you would want me to review. Just I'll get them out of my garage, just play it for a few games, and then and see what happens. And there might be people also stating, "Oh, you play so bad. I'll unsub." Well, this is not Super Unicum Ace Farting gameplay. This is slightly new free gameplay. I've never said I was a monstrously good player, but I think this is gameplay that everybody can relate to. This is gameplay that I think everybody can pull off. I mean, if I can do it, then why can't you? And we're on Yukon here on the new map, update 7.1. And this is a good one. Somewhat front-lining the Grille, front-lining-ish. Not really front-lining, as in going forward, catching all the shots. But I'm trying to run together with my my medium spotter, the AMX-30 Proto, who gets spotted here, and I'm being hopelessly optimistic on this shot on the Sheridan. Didn't hit. I was kind of hoping he would just go forward and then backwards again, just to go unspotted, but alas, he didn't. And I was surprised that in this replay there were bushes, because when I was playing I didn't notice that bush. And that may explain why I went unspotted over here. I've got AP loaded. Can we shoot this tank? Yes, we can. That's a standard B. There we go. Thank you very much. 560 damage dealt. But it's going to be a little bit better. We've lost one flank, as you can see. Reds have captured A and have captured B, and we have lost one tank. So there's nothing we can do really here but sit. We've got some support of that T124 behind us. And the Grille doesn't have brilliant gun depression. It's 4 degrees over the front of the tank and 5 degrees on the left and the right. But if you sit like this, you see what I'm doing there? I'm sitting on that little incline over there and swing the gun towards the side of the tank. You get 1 degree of extra gun depression. And what you can also do then is create artificial gun depression because you're shooting over the side of the tank. Nudging that T124 wasn't really intended to block him, but I wanted to get 2 guns to bear on this E100 because 2 guns versus 1, 9 out of 10 times they will win. And if you have 640 Alpha, then you must get it into play. And if you can make the enemies miss you, then that armor that you don't really have isn't much of a problem. And of course you have a heat shell, and I've calibrated shell, so I can punch through the front of that front lower plate of that E100, no problem whatsoever. And we've got the Reds in a crossfire now, in a pincer. I mean, the team is moving up from the other flank. I wanted to shoot the Grille here, and then I shot the back of the T124. So yeah, that's all she wrote basically. We're gonna shoot heat through the drive wheel of the E100 and set him on fire, and then he explodes and get 4k damage. Lovely little game. But leave your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Will you be starting on the Grille? Will you be playing the Grille a little bit more? Or do you think it still needs a bit more of a buff? In my opinion, it does. It really does. I mean, extra GPM, all fine and dandy. But I think this would either need a camouflage rating buff or maybe traverse speed just a little bit. Make it into a really quick sniper at 640 Alpha. It's a bit better now. I give you that. It's a bit more flexible, but it still needs a little bit more tender loving care. So leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you all tomorrow again. Cheers, happy tanking.